2020 was, to say the least, a year none of us could have predicted, dealing with a global pandemic, racial tensions, social unrest, political chaos, and our day-to-day lives. But it was also a year that gave us a lot of opportunities to find new and innovative ways of staying connected. Anything from sharing meals in a parking lot to getting on Zoom call after Zoom call after Zoom call. Vail Hopkins Clubhouse came up with the idea of staying connected through creating a radio-style podcast. It began in March of 2020 and continues to the present. During that time, we shared information about resources for COVID, chances for people to send greetings to each other, exchange recipes, request songs, celebrate holidays with music, poetry, and again, greetings, a little bit of drama, a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, and a lot of comradeship. It was a way for people to stay together apart.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Vail Hopkins Social Distancing Radio Hour. I'm this week's host, Kevin. Each week, we'll be taking some of your song requests, hearing from our members about how they're staying safe and positive during this challenging time, news updates, and plenty of other good stuff. Here's a few sounds of spring and summer from our listeners.
This is the sound of spring. 9 Mile Creek.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
Hey, that was pretty neat. But as far as Prince songs go, I think that this is maybe more appropriate given our weather yesterday.
Sometimes it snows in April.
Well, anyway.
I would like to thank everybody who worked so hard and diligent on this broadcast. And Jonathan, thank you for compiling a snippet of our work so far. And I was able to share that with Clubhouse International, along with all of the things that we've been doing. So thank you. Thank you for your hard work and diligence in creating a virtual clubhouse. It is just a blessing to see and hear all of the things that are occurring, and I'm encouraged by it. So once again, thank you.
I would just like to say how truly gratifying it is to hear everyone's voice. It's very comforting. And now I'd like to present the following from a speech I read at the last Tour de Vail about the renovators. Everyone has something that's been broken, something inside of each of those among us. We are here to fix it. We are here to renovate what needs to be mended or calmed. The whole of this group is greater than the sum of all our parts. People usually get estimates for renovations, but whatever you do, don't underestimate us. We strive to make the music sound good. When we sing as a group, it's all about the music. But it's more than just about the music. We make harmony, and not just musically. Together we are stronger, but individually it's all about camaraderie, a knowing support that transcends to something bigger. It's about inclusion, a sense of belonging that becomes the soul of this group, beyond any noticeable measly imperfections. We are the renovators of those. We call ourselves the renovators because whatever we had that was broken, we work on renovating every day. We don't know if there are any other Vail Place type music groups, but if there is, we welcome you to come sing with us. We show our strength by embracing who we are and accepting the way we do what we do, and we hope to encourage that you do too. Thank you.
You know, it's amazing the wealth of talent that we keep finding in this community.
I know, it just keeps coming, and then there's somebody else doing something new, and somebody else doing something new. It's really cool.
That's one thing that's been such a surprise during this period of time when we're all at home. We'll have time to explore those talents. We've got the classical, we've got original compositions, we've got, of course, the rock and renovators, and wait a minute. We have a public service announcement coming in right now.
Who's it
from? Alan.
Hey, Alan, what you got for us?
Have you sent yours in yet? Come to your senses. Send in the census. Stop sitting on fences. Let down your defenses. Listen to these sentences. Don't worry about the Bidens and the Pences, or future and past tenses, or any other nonsenses. So come to your senses and send in the census.
Great idea, Alan. Great idea. I like the way you put that. Come to your senses and do your senses. It's good.
It's great. We did it. It really wasn't hard at all. Only takes a little bit, and you only have to do it every 10 years. You can either look for it in your mailbox or do it online.
You really don't want them coming to your door and saying, how many people live in there?
Not this year. So check that out. April is Census Month. And speaking of April...
Yeah?
Hey, wait! It's not birthday, it's Earth Day.
Oh, Earth Day, yeah. Hey, that was just this past Wednesday, the 22nd. That was Earth Day.
Well, I guess that makes this week Earth Day's birthday.
Yeah.
It started in 1969.
Wow, that's a long time of taking care of our planet and being more mindful about how we care for it.
It is. And speaking of the planet, maybe we should let the planet have its say.
Yeah, let her sing. Okay.
Take it away, beautiful blue planet.
One thing I can say in our virtual clubhouse, it has been tremendously exciting to be part of. And I wanted to note that we have invited 22 inactive members back into the clubhouse. These are members that have been members of the clubhouse, yet have chosen not to participate until now. That is great. I'm also pleased to note that Lily is plugging along and has acquired her advocate list as Samantha slides into her intake coordinator role. We're making huge orientation and training gains with these two, and it's exciting to see them lift off.
Sky sleep. Because they call it sky sleep, the eyes are wide all night. They give no quarter, talk no talk, and sing no song. Because they call it sky sleep, the skin puckers and goes south. Cattails thump on the sofa, and marigolds drop their petals in June. They call it sky sleep when the pelicans dive down to your bed and talk no talk and sing no song. To walk the icy streets of sky sleep, to remember pelicans diving down to ocean while on the icy sidewalks of the northern city. This is the memories of sky sleep, and in this sleep, rivers of air remind us of speckled dawns and reversed anniversary. This is sky sleep, and in this sleep, currents of water pull us where we never weren't and ask of us what we never were. Because this is sky sleep, no time amasses like the present, and the skin grows soft against the transit of doom. Because this is sky sleep, streaks of orange appear in the ether and blue jays screech themselves into a personal record book having to do with retribution and climate. Because this is sky sleep, the dawn never comes in an ordinary way, but you wake to dreams of wearing vests with pockets full of small dolls and people from your past giving soft orders about keeping up your resume. Because they call it sky sleep, the end never comes, only waves and laps of sleep unto sleep. This is the sky sleep of dolphins and lemurs. This is the sleep of thieves and malcontents. This is the sky sleep of you wishing for another self to try at the receding dawn. Lovely stuff, Jeff.
Wonderful. Wonderful way with words, Jeff. Yeah, fun.
So, Julie, using the scientific method, how on earth would you think it would be okay to do a sound check one way
Did you want
and
to do
then
a
change
sound-
it without doing another sound check? Yeah, it really messes me up.
You know,
I
Kevin,
am not doing it on speaker. I want to.
You got me there. I got no answer for you.
Okay. So, Julie.
Jeez Louise, you guys.
Could you hear us both, Jonathan?
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys bicker this whole time. Can we make this, please, a peaceful show?
Okay.
Don't laugh. I'm serious.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we make a mistake...
No mistakes, okay? One take. It's got to be perfect, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, awesome. You guys are going to do great. Remember, a peaceful show.
All right. Take one.
Say, Jonathan, why did the cowboy buy himself a dachshund?
I don't know, Alan. Why did the cowboy buy himself a dachshund?
Because somebody told him to get along, little doggy.
That's a pretty good one, Alan. I think Nate would be fairly proud of that one, too. Oh, hey, we better quit screwing around and get back to work. Clubhouse director Jamie is on the line. Hey, Jamie, I was just finishing those reports you asked for.
Whoa, Alan and Jonathan. I think there's too much fun being had here, but thank you for the reports. Let me check them out. This is amazing. Every time I get some data, it just shows how amazing our virtual clubhouse is. I mean, we've started doing our WAGs on Mondays. We've formulated a book club. We've got reach out like we've never had reach out before. This is just amazing. And I love to see how impactful we are as a community. I can't say it enough, Hopkins. You are just a stellar community, and I am so thankful for each of you.
Thanks for checking in with us, Jamie, and we'll talk with you again soon.
Oh, hey, speaking of special, there's a special opportunity coming up where you might be able to get your 10 minutes of fame. Looks like Amber is calling in to give us the scoop on this exciting opportunity. What can you tell us, Amber?
Hey, y'all. Amber here. You're right. We do have an amazing opportunity coming up where members of our club could be featured internationally.
International?
Yep, you did hear that right. It would be in our international clubhouse community. Friendship House will be hosting an open mic night on Friday, June 5th from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. on Zoom. I heard they had a very successful talent show in the past. I know we have a lot of jokesters in the club. This opportunity has your name on it. For more detailed information, check in with your staff advocate or check out our Facebook page. I have posted about the event, and we can certainly post it again when it's coming up. Again, this is calling all of our jokesters from our clubhouse.
That sounds awesome, Amber. Thanks for letting us know, and we'll be looking forward to joining next Friday. Okay, let's get back to the phone lines. We have some gift wrap poetry from Danny Evans coming on next, and we got to thank Danny for all the support he gives to the Vail Place with his poetry and his financial support to the club. Danny's a gifted poet and does all sorts of interesting things with language and with performance.
Here we meet in this place, I'm staring at you in the face, I will show you no grace. You look at me and you call me a disgrace. You may be every place, but you can't escape this space. This is no poker face, if I have the ace and I'll win this race. Your chains, your heavyweights, gone, cause hell's gates will not prevail. This chase, man, I'm in a home plate. You're not even on first base. One day it will disappear without a trace. This is the case.
Are you in the mood for a few jokes? Would you like to have some laughs? Would you like to really start rolling around on the ground in agony from laughing so hard? We have some great jokes by Mike F. coming up.
Okay, let's see. You know what an astronaut's favorite meal is? Lunch. I've got a state joke. What did Della wear? A New Jersey. And did you hear about the couple in the world's worst cup of coffee? It was grounds for divorce.
That's a summer place.
Yeah, I love that song.
Oh, I do too. I love summer.
I love summer. It's my favorite time of the year.
You know, summer's coming along real smoothly this year. We had Memorial Day weekend, which is the unofficial start of summer. June 1st is the meteorological start of summer. And June 20th, that's summer solstice and the astrological start of summer.
Yeah, but this summer's going to look a lot different.
Yeah, it is. But it's still going to be fun. There are a lot of things we can do.
Right.
We can gather with friends now in small groups, as long as we social distance and we wear our masks.
Yep.
And
we can be on the patio and have supper and breakfast and sip our coffee out here. We can listen to all the birds and the peepers and the frogs and eventually the crickets. I love the crickets.
Oh, yeah, and I can plant my flowers, work in the garden.
Yeah, go for long walks with the dogs.
It'll be a nice summer.
It's going to be a nice summer.
And, you know, we can also keep checking in. The governor gives updates as things continue to open up. A lot of possibilities will be spreading out before us.
Yeah, maybe we can go to different restaurants, maybe eat outside. That would be fun. I like to eat outside in the summertime.
Oh, I do too. Food always tastes better outdoors.
Yeah, it does.
And, you know, you can always hang out here on the patio and just have fun.
I can always hang on the patio, sit on the swing, and play my flute.
While this week's episode also has an undercurrent of hope, so too does it acknowledge and cover a bit of the grief and emotional unrest that we've all been experiencing in our own ways these past weeks. Through the social injustices, riots in our streets, systemic racism that we can't ignore, and everything else, it seemed like a good week this week to take a pause on the laugh tracks and sound effects to just focus on the here and now. So this week you'll hear messages of hope, but also cries for justice, a spirit of peace, and the sad roots of the American blues. Thanks for being here with us.
In Emily Dickinson's poem, Hope is the Thing with Feathers, the poet writes about hope as a bird that continues to sing despite not knowing the words, despite being stuck in a storm, despite the worst of conditions. Dickinson writes that the singing bird kept others warm without asking for anything in return. Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
Good morning, Hopkins Vail. This is your favorite brother and sister duo, K-Man and T-Dog.
Woohoo! Before we get started, let's have some cereal.
I will trade you a bowl of Fruity Pebbles for a bowl of Count Chocula.
Let me think about that. Oh, man. Mom only bought a shredded wheat. I don't even want cereal anymore. Let's just announce the first song.
Hi, everybody. This is Kaylin, and I hope everybody's doing okay. And I'm calling to put in a song request. It's a song by Tim McGraw. It's called Still, and it just reminds me in this crazy, chaotic world that we can always go inside and just be still.
There's a place I like to go where I can hear the cotton grow. Midnight train whistles blow. Dozen miles.
I wish I could be still, but I'm having trouble sitting in one place for very long. My mom says I'm hyperactive.
Boy, am I tired. Let's just watch the TV.
I want to see a monster truck rally.
You cretin. I'd rather watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Let's agree to disagree and move on to our next caller. Uh-oh, it's Mom. Clubhouse Director Jamie, quick, stop picking your nose, and whatever you do, don't tell her about the baseball that went through the neighbor's window.
Hey, Kevin and Teal. Question. I heard a crash through a window. Sounded like a baseball. But, I can't find that anywhere. I'm gonna have to investigate. Teal, are you picking your nose?
No,
What's going on?
What up, Hopkins Vail Place? This is Samantha coming at you live. Not really, but kind of, from inside my apartment. This is our radio hour for the week. Hope that everyone had a lovely 4th of July weekend. I spent the weekend introducing my cat Hamilton to the musical we named him after. The film version of Hamilton came out on Disney+. It is a musical that uses hip-hop to tell the story of Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton the cat was not as into the musical as I was, but it wasn't the musical Cats, so I guess that's to be expected. I could probably talk to you all about Hamilton for the next few hours, probably longer than it would take you to download Disney Plus and watch the whole thing yourself, but I won't make you suffer through that.
Hello, this is Laura. We are going to play some songs about dogs today. We're celebrating the dog days of summer, supposedly the sultry part of summer, which we've been experiencing mostly already this summer, and it's supposed to occur during the time that Sirius, the dog star, rises at the same time as the sun.
We're gonna win, twins, we're gonna score. We're gonna win, twins, watch that baseball score.
Hey everybody, get out the peanuts, the popcorn, and the hot dogs. Opening day 2020 is here at last. At 7:10 on Friday, July 24th, in Chicago, the Minnesota Twins will start their short season with the Chicago White Sox, with games at 1 o'clock on both Saturday and Sunday to follow. Check it out on WCCO, Radio 830, also a radio.com station. So go to radio.com and check out 830 on your smart speaker. For local TV listings, check Fox Sports North. And go Twins!
Hello, Hopkins Clubhouse. This is Jamie, and I am eager to state that there will be more opportunities for us to gather together in person safely, which is exciting.
We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue sky chase the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that when you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I'm sure we'll meet again some sunny day.
Okay, almost done.
Hey, Robin. Wake up.
What?
Wake up.
What is it?
We gotta get going. We're going to spend the whole day at the fair today.
The fair?
It opens at 6.
The fair? The fair! We're going to the fair. We're going to take a virtual walk around the fair the whole day today.
Yeah, let's get going.
Okay.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't eat.
Hey, listen.
Oh, hey, we're at the animal barn already.
Oh.
Listen, that's the cows.
There's a bunch of cows in there.
Lots of them. I dreamed I was a cow once.
Really?
That was kind of strange.
I milked a cow a number of years ago at the fair.
I bet that was utterly fascinating.
utterly.
I love the state fair for seeing Princess Kay of the Milky Way, the political booth, all the stuff that's new every year. Just taking in everything.
This is Jeff, and my favorite state fair food is roasted corn on the cob.
Hi, this is Kevin, and my favorite state fair food is the bloomin' onion.
The very best time I had at the state fair by far was last year when the Hopkins Vail Place renovators got to perform there. It was an amazing day for me, filled with angst yet excitement. I'd always wanted to play the state fair. Not only did I just get to claim, hey, I played the state fair, but that wasn't near the half of it. The renovators put in a lot of time and dedication to get the songs down. Many of the group had never been on any stage before, but the practice really paid off. With plenty of help from the stage management sound company, we knocked it out of the park. It was such an amazing experience. All of us up there making it happen. Not only did we have a great time, but as it shows in our video, everyone else at our stage did too. An event I will never forget.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm a member at Vail Place. I've been a member off and on for about 20 years, and I'm a volunteer, and I really enjoy it. It adds a lot to my life. I'm doing things that I love doing that I would not be able to do otherwise. I garden, and I don't have a garden or anywhere to garden here, so I volunteer at the church to help out with their garden. I also always wanted to be a florist, so I took a volunteer job at a flower shop and was able to be a florist for a little while. And when I volunteered, you don't have to be there every day, so it worked out for me a lot better than a paid job. And there's also a lot of volunteer opportunities at Vail Place I enjoy doing. And it's a creative way to enjoy life a little bit more, and you can do what you want. You don't have to do what you're told to find a volunteer job. And I'd really like to hear the song Dragging the Line. Thank you.
Making a living the old hard way, taking and giving my day by day.
Hi, my name is Vicki R., and I've been a volunteer at Reach for Resources for over 5 years. It's an amazing place. Our mission is to help people who have disabilities live their best lives to the fullest potential. My role is to help supervisors with administrative tasks that they have for me. And it's great. I have learned so much. I like keeping my brain active. And I also like helping people in any way that I can. Currently, I'm working 2 afternoons a week, and it beats working from home. But I am as ecstatic about helping Reach as I was over 5 years ago. And I appreciate this opportunity from the Hopkins Club to toot my own horn about Reach for Resources.
One thing when I was little, about 12 or 11, they teach me how to use bark and make canoes, stuff like that out of bark. And what else? They made me learn to make different stuff out of bark, like canoes, and you put stuff in the trees to get honey out too. You go right in the tree and take the honey out right away like that. I go to powwows to look at like jewelry, silver and turquoise and stuff like that, Yeah, my brother lives on White Earth Lake and that's a pontoon and stuff, so. Yeah, and then we go up and stop and see my brothers and my sisters and my ma's grave up there. My ma was Indian. Ojibwe, they call it Ojibwe or Chippewa. Hey everybody, it's Richard and I'm part Ojibwe and I like to dedicate this song to the clubhouse. It's a beautiful song and it's called Rise in the Morning Star. It's by Carlos Nakaya.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burns and cauldron bubbles. By the pricking of my thumbs, Something wicked this way comes. Happy Halloween!
This is Witch Lily.
This is Witch Robin.
This is Witch Kaylin. Welcome to our magic circle.
Just listen to the sound of your own breath.
I'm listening, but I can't quite focus yet.
That's alright if you get lost. Just gently bring your mind back to the breath.
And with that, let's take another quick intermission from the show to hear from Kevin, another one of our actors, to tell us a bit about what working on the Dr. Vail Hour this year meant to him.
Think about Vail and how much it means to me. I know that we need to raise money for the clubhouse. 50% of our funding is by donations. And I'm really not at a place where I can make financial donations to the clubhouse. So working on the Dr. Vail Hour is my way of giving back to the clubhouse and Vail Place in general. It's also a fun way to spend my time, and I get to have fun with my colleagues, and I really enjoy watching the finished product as well.
Thanks, Kevin. Super grateful to have your presence and support in this production.
Hi, everybody. This is Kaylin. And the green sleeves piece was really fun to put together. Gwen and I were talking, Gwen from Uptown, and I were talking about different songs we could maybe play sometime with me and my flute and her on her fiddle. And she made this suggestion to me one day about the song Green Sleeves. And I said, oh yeah, I know that song. So I recorded myself playing Green Sleeves on my flute, and I sent it to her via voice memo, and she and Kirsten, I'm not sure which one did it first, but they listened to mine, and then they'd add their piece on, and eventually the whole thing got sent to Jonathan as 3 pieces, and he magically put them all together. It was really fun to do it.
Hey everybody, Alan here. Last year, the Renovators did their version of David Bowie's Space Oddity, featuring Kevin on vocals. It was one they showcased at the State Fair with Jonathan's backing tracks. Well, in the last few weeks, they made a video of it with Kevin, Jonathan, Robin, Kaylin, and myself, and it came out, well, very cool. It was shown last week on the Talent Show and Tell show. I believe we are now going to hear the audio for that. As we send you to our correspondent at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Ready for takeoff?
control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in the most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue and there's nothing I can do. Past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead, there's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? You hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Here am I floating on my tin can, far above the moon. Planet Earth is blue and there's nothing I can do.
How about a quick word from Jamie? Jamie, what do you have to say? Thanks, Jamie. Now let's check in with Julie, who thinks she has something even shorter than that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win the competition for the shortest thing, the shortest time event. A photon's journey through a hydrogen molecule is the shortest event ever timed. The time it takes for a single particle of light to pass through a hydrogen molecule is now the shortest duration ever measured. This interval was about 247 zeptoseconds. or trillionths of a billionth of a second. Researchers reported this in October 16th magazine Science. For comparison, there are as many zeptoseconds in 1 second as there are seconds in 2,500 times the age of the universe, which, by the way, is about 13.8 billion years old. So get out your calculator and figure that one out. Zeptoseconds.
Really was a hard year, but I really learned some stuff in 2020. I learned how to use technology that I never thought I'd be able to figure all that out.
My gosh, yeah, so many different things, like accessing podcasts to keep learning about new things. Computer, let's hear Gravity Assist podcast.
Playing Gravity Assist from Apple Podcasts. Playing the latest episode, Gravity Assist. Your questions about life out there and down here.
Is there life on Mars or Titan or Venus?
Getting onto Zoom calls with my iPhone.
Zoom, start a meeting. Start or join a video meeting. Meeting history, Hopkins Virtual Vail. Hop toolbar.
Or getting onto Zoom calls with my new laptop computer.
Zoom Cloud Meetings window. Join a meeting button. Connecting window. Waiting for host window.
People have really been finding a lot of fun and creative ways to stay connected via Zoom this past year. They've had meals together over Zoom. They've watched movies and TV shows over Zoom. They've even had parties over Zoom, like New Year's Eve parties. Of course, next year we're all hoping that we'll be doing them live and in person, like we did in the past. Hey, it's been so good to connect. And after all the ways we have connected in this Techie 2020, try saying that 10 times really fast to end the year, we have someone else who'd like to wrap things up for you.
Okay, are you ready? It's your turn. Alexa, sing Old Lang Syne.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne?
I'm recording this segment exactly 1 year to the day from when Hopkins Vail Place closed its doors for the pandemic. We all gathered that day, March 17th, 2020, to have an Irish meal, and we vowed that we would stay connected, that we would not lose track of one another. We didn't know then how long was it going to be, months, weeks, we didn't know. Well, now we're at a year, and we're starting to see the end of the tunnel, but there's still a ways to go. And during this past year, we did stay connected. We did do Clubhouse. We would take turns thinking up ideas for the next radio podcast. We would brainstorm. We would watch the calendar, and if there were specific days that we could celebrate in the radio show, we did that. All of us pulled together. All of us were like holding hands, staying together, even though we were apart. I remember times working on this podcast, and we were having all the social unrest in South Minneapolis, and it was so difficult to pull myself away from all that was going on and sit down and do the radio podcast that I had agreed to do for that week. And it worked. I would sit down, I would start being creative, things would come out, and for a little while I could step away from the world and the fear over the pandemic and the fear over the violence and all the political unrest, like taking a little vacation. And every week I'd look forward to what podcast is going to come out now, which colleague is going to have the idea, what's it going to sound like, and if I had done one, how is it going to sound when it's all said and done. And it was a real deep breath, real chance to step away and enjoy ourselves and stay connected and do what Clubhouse does, which is connect and hold each other together and laugh and enjoy ourselves. And it was a really fun year, and I will remember this year of these podcasts, I think, for a very long time.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.